I had the notes, so that's I couldn't open that right now.
Do you have this type of notes, or what type of notes you have?
No, like the printed notes, sir.
Printed notes. So you have not saved it. Like it's a PDF, right? It would be a PDF, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So I was trying to opening, so it's not opening. Sometimes it's not opening.
So just wait a second. Okay, Abdurrahman, that's the study package you're talking about. Yes, Abdurrahman. What happened? Where is this guy? माजी आपने भेज दिया क्या?
Yes, sir.
To which
Student, it's
3102 something.
Sorry.
Okay, it's no. Okay. नहीं. Okay. Abdurrahman, Nishar is calling you, so please take the call, na? Talk to him. Okay.
Your voice is breaking.
Sir, I can't hear you.
Voice is breaking. Okay. Is it any better now? No.
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 Yes, sir. So can you explain from the part of acids, bases, and ionization? Yes, sir.
Yes. Hello. Did you talk to Nishkar, sir? Abdurrahman? I'm not
I said
audible.
I have right now I have doubt from acid bases and their ionization from the ionic
Okay.
product of water.
Okay. Ionic product of water. Okay. I'm audible now. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
It's still breaking. Okay.
It is breaking sometimes, sir.
Yeah, tell me. नहीं, आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही ठीक से. Ionic product of water. Yes, Abdurrahman, can you hear me fine? Am I audible? Yeah, should I try something else? Mazia, am I audible? या नहीं?
So you're audible, but your voice is cracking a lot.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I'm here. Just wait for 2-3 minutes. Na? I am doing something. Let me see what I can do. I think it gets worse if I share the screen. I think now it is fine. है ना? Mazia Abdurrahman, right?
Yes, sir.
And now it is fine. No? Okay. So, Abdurrahman, you said you had a doubt in, you had some confusions in the ionic product of water. Okay, ionic product of water. Now, what I think that you must be having, like, how did we come to this value, 10 to the power minus 14? Is that? Yes, Abdurrahman?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is experimentally determined. Okay, this is experimentally determined. How it is determined? What we do? We take the concentration of H3O plus and the concentration of OH negative. Okay, now both of these concentration H3O plus or OH negative, it will be same only. So if I measure the concentration of H3O plus, so if you see there are some pH meters. Okay, there are some pH meters. Now when you dip the pH meter into a particular solution, it will give you the pH. So if the pH is around 7, that means the concentration of H plus is how much? 10 to the power minus 7, and the concentration of OH negative will also be same, because water se hi ban raha hai, like, because we have H2O, it dissociates into H plus and OH negative. So the amount of H plus will be equal to the amount of OH negative if I have pH that is equal to 7 in water. In water it will be equal, so OH negative will also be 10 to the power minus 7. Now if I multiply, if I take the product of H plus and OH negative, this will be equal to 10 to the power minus 7 into 10 to the power minus 7. This will be equal to 10 to the power minus 14. Got it? Yes or no? This is experimentally determined. Okay,
Yes,
that is
sir.
why we have a temperature also. Okay, this is experimentally determined. Okay, what else, Abdurrahman?
How did we get the value of pH as minus log of 10, minus log base of 10 H plus?
Okay, fine. So you have a doubt in pH. You're talking about this formula?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now this you have to understand as a mathematical formula. Okay, so this is P, that is power is defined as, अगर हम आपसे पूछे, like you have math, नहीं इतना तो math होगा ही आपको,
Yes,
like what is tan theta is equal to
Sin
sin
by
theta
cos.
upon
Yes, sir.
sin by cos theta, right? Sin by cos, this is the definition, right?
Yes, sir.
है ना? Similarly, now this is a function. Now you know function relation functions. Now sine is also a function, cos is a function, right?
Yes, sir.
And similarly, minus log of x. This p is also a function. So this is mathematically defined. And why it is defined in a such way? Because just think about it. Okay, let us think about it. अभी थोड़ा सा आप examination point of view से हट जाइए. ठीक है ना? Why do we have pH? So you leave the examination and let us suppose आपको हमने दिया. I told you that the concentration of H plus, it is equal to 10 to the power 10 to the power minus 6, or let us say 10 to the power minus 4 in a particular cleansing agent. Okay, in a cleansing agent, what is the concentration of H plus is equal to 10 to the power minus 4. Now, what can you say about this, Abdurrahman? If I don't talk about pH and all, then at the first sight, can you say anything about this? Is it harmful? Can I touch it? Can I not touch it? Is it visible? Tell me. What do you think then? Can I touch this? Yes or no?
Sir, it is-
Huh?
Yes, sir.
There will be no problem. There will be no problem if I touch it. See, देखिए इसका pH आएगा 4. So tell me, is pH
Sir,
4
it will
fine
be
for
a
us?
problem.
It will be a
sir.
problem, ना? तो कहाँ से ज्यादा सही पता चला? H plus की concentration से या pH बताने से?
The pH.
Okay, so we had to devise. We had this 10 to the power minus 4 था, ठीक है ना? So like we know concentration. Chemists, they know concentration. Now deliver it to the normal public, like the common man. We have to take some kind of function. We have to take some kind of function that reduced this 10 to the power minus 4 exponents वगैरह हटा के, then it gave you a whole number value. Okay, this whole number value. So this was devised, and that is why it has a very weird type of function, that is minus log of H plus. It is just to make the end product simple. Got it, Abdurrahman?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So this pH is only for common men. How to make things easy for common men, how to make them understand about things. Okay, so this delivers a large value. pH delivers a large value. Both of the things are same, but pH is, I can say, more accessible and more people will understand when I say pH is equal to 4 rather than H plus concentration is equal to 10 to the power minus 4. Okay, now anything else here? Like you have any questions, then also you can let me know. I think you have most of the doubts which are conceptual. कुछ और है तो बताइए आप आगे.
Sir, and like most of the questions, like what do they ask in this topic only, like for calculating the log value?
आपने सवाल नहीं लगाया क्या? NCERT तो कीजिए, तब तो पता चलेगा आपको. See, here you will not be asked to calculate the log value. I have done so much on log just to make you comfortable. Okay, this is how you will be asked. Where's the pH? See, calculate the concentration of H plus in a solution of pH 6.4. So mainly you will be asked like this type of question. pH is equal to 6.4, then you have to calculate the concentration of H plus ion. Okay, they will not ask the value of log. Anti-log का ज़्यादा काम है यहाँ पे. Okay, similarly you will have some question like so we have a solution of 0.01 molar HCl, and then here also you have to calculate the concentration of H plus. Got it? Yes or no, Abdurrahman? About the type of questions. Okay, fine. So I think I will take Mazia's question. They're sending some more questions. Okay. Madhya, can you see this question? Yes or no? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you can remember it properly, I said that each and every enthalpy corresponds to a particular reaction, particular type of reaction, and how to write that reaction. Yes or no, Mazia?
Yes.
Okay. So first of all, we have to calculate the standard enthalpy of formation of CH3OH. So what will be the equation corresponding to the enthalpy of formation of CH3OH? Tell me. In the product side, what should I write in the product side? Tell me. क्या बनना चाहिए? CH3OH? Yes or no?
Yes.
है ना? Like what I want you to do now is to open the enthalpy of formation part in your notebook. ठीक है? जल्दी खोल के बताइए आप.
1 second.
Okay, okay. So I will charge my thing. Marine, what happened? You're late.
Sir, I overslept.
You overslept. Okay. Do you have any specific doubts?
No, sir, I haven't started studying. I still have exams.
You're still having exam. Okay, fine. So if you don't have doubts now, and if you want to stay, you can stay here. Otherwise, if you want to leave and study for whatever exam you have next, you can go and study. I'm just taking doubts here. Okay.
Okay, sir, I'll stay.
Okay, fine. As you like it. Okay. Similarly, for Abdul Rahman, you can fetch more doubts. Okay. And if you get some more doubts, then we can resolve that also.
Okay.
Mazia, आप हैं enthalpy of formation in your notes?
Sir, I can't find it.
मिल नहीं रहा आपको?
Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
sir, can you explain me the concept of the statement of Lee-Chatterjee's principle?
Lee-Chatterjee principle. There is some change that humans do. Okay. अच्छा, एक बात बताइए. Like one thing we should establish is that system always wants to be in equilibrium. Correct?
Yes, sir.
है ना? Whatever changes we do now, it will shift towards equilibrium. What happens is system, it will shift towards equilibrium. Okay, system will shift towards equilibrium. Now, if a human is doing some change, okay, if the human is doing some change, then what the system will do? System can only go either forward reaction in equilibrium or a backward reaction in equilibrium. Now, system will go in that direction where the change is decreased, where the change is decreased. Okay. So I think I have given a few examples like this. If I have A and B, and if the human is increasing the amount of B, what is the human doing, Abdul Rahman?
Increasing the amount of B.
Increasing the amount of B. So equilibrium disturb हो जाएगा, है ना?
Yes, sir.
Right. Right. Now, then how will the system behave? System can either go forward or backward. Now, what I am doing, the human is increasing B, so the system will do the opposite. So what is the opposite of increasing B?
Sir, it will go to the A, backward
It will
direction.
go to backward reaction, है ना?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So it has a very big statement, but at the end, it means whatever change the human is bringing, the equilibrium, the system, it will shift in that direction where the change is decreased, Okay.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Okay. What about Mazia? क्या हो गया?
And sir, also the van der Waal equation.
Okay, van der Waal equation. So in van der Waal equation, there are two terms, na? A and B.
Yes, sir.
Right? A and B. So if you remember kinetic theory of gases, So in kinetic theory of gases, there are two faulty assumptions in kinetic theory of gases. One of the assumption is that the volume that we take, the volume, we say that volume of a gaseous atom is what it is negligible. Okay, so we are taking the volume as 0. We took the volume as 0. Now, obviously, in real gases, that is not the case. The real gas, it will have some volume because it is real, it exists. So it will have some volume. Okay, it is a matter, so a matter, it will have some kind of volume. So this is one of the faulty assumption. Okay, this is one of the faulty assumption. Second assumption that we took, that the gas atoms don't have any intermolecular forces of attraction. Okay, so we say that in the gas atom, one atom is independent of any other atom, does not have anything to do with the other atom. So that is also not true in the real sense, because when we have gases, they will have some kind of attraction because there are electrons, protons involved. So there will be electrostatic forces of attraction, positive charge, negative charge will somehow interact with each other. Okay, somehow, very less, very less compared to liquids and solid, but there will be some interactions. Now, these faulty assumptions are corrected using A and B. So A is for attraction. That is the second faulty assumption, that gas does not have intermolecular forces of attraction. So that A part involves the attractive, it considers the attractive forces between the gaseous atom. A is for attraction. And the B part is for the volume correction. Okay, so this is known as pressure correction, because when we have some intermolecular forces of attraction, so there will be some difference in the pressure. Okay, now one other thing that you can see, why do we have A and B? Can you read the van der Waal equation for n number of moles? Can you read the equation for van der Waal equation?
P plus A n square by V square into
A?
V minus.
Okay, what has A has n square, na?
Yes, sir.
Right? And B has nb, correct?
Yes, sir.
Right? So here also you can see that here, since attraction will be between two different molecules, that is why we are taking the square term of the number of moles, and the volume, it will be of individual atom. That is why we are taking as n to the power 1 for each volume correction. Okay, because attraction, it will be between two different molecules. That is why we have n square, and P is the volume, and volume correction will have only n to the power 1, because one atom will have its own volume, nothing to do with the other atom's volume. Okay, so these are the two corrections, A and B, and you may get this. Both of these questions are, I think, expected. What are the two faulty assumptions of the kinetic theory of gases? And the other question is, what is the physical significance of A and B? Okay, so both of these questions, they are different questions, but inherently they are same. You just remember A and B. A is for attraction and B is for volume. Okay, A is for intermolecular forces of attraction, B is the volume. A is known as pressure correction, B is known as the volume correction. But the physical significance is related to the intermolecular forces of attraction and the volume. Okay. Mazia, what happened? आपको formation नहीं मिल रहा क्या अभी तक?
I found it, sir.
हाँ बोलिए, बताइए प्रोडक्ट में क्या होगा? Enthalpy of formation of CH3OH. ये तो ऐसा लग रहा है हमने सवाल ये कराया हुआ है, पता नहीं क्यों. Yes, Mazia, what happened?
Yes, sir.
One mole of substance is formed in its form from its elements in their most stable state. So what is getting formed here? CH3OH. ठीक है, पहले ये लिखिए. Okay, enthalpy of formation. Then the substance which is getting formed, you will write that particular substance is CH3OH. Now CH3OH will be formed from carbon plus, right? Carbon in its most stable elemental state will be carbon solid taken as graphite, carbon plus H2 plus O2, right? Now please remember the definition that it should be when 1 mole of the substance. Okay, so you are not going to change the number of moles in the product side, you will be changing the number of moles in the reactant side. So you balance it now. I think this will be half O2 and this will be 2H2. Okay, you can write the reaction here, carbon plus 2H2 plus half O2. Fine, yes or no, please tell me. Mazia, jaldi bataiye.
Yes.
This is our target reaction, है ना?
Yes.
याद आया? अब बताइए, so this is our target reaction. इसको ऐसे ही छोड़ दीजिए, ठीक है? ये रिएक्शन आपको पहुंचना है यहाँ तक. Look at the first reaction and tell me, is there anything that is similar? Like we have CH3OH now. This is in the reactant side here, and in the target reaction we have in the product side. So we will reverse this. याद आ रहा है कुछ?
Yes.
अच्छा, तो ये सब किया आपने या फिर नहीं किया? Like you reversed it and then you had some problem.
I didn't understand really.
अब आया, अब समझ में आया?
Yes.
ठीक है, तो ये कर लीजिएगा, है ना? Because I think I have done for ethanol one, if I remember correctly. Enthalpy of formation from, I think ethanol का हमने कहीं पे किया है, Hess law है. See, this is ethanol ना, तो वो methanol का है बस, ठीक है? So you can refer to this question. अच्छा, this is ethane, not ethanol. Okay, ethane का है. But here also we have the combustion of water, hydrogen, and combustion of carbon dioxide. Okay, so similar type of question. You can just read this. Anything? No. ठीक है? So target reaction, उसके बाद फिर आप देख के match कर लीजिएगा. You have another question that is something that I want to discuss. You have this question. This is from the KSP that we did, na? Do you remember this? Yes or no? Please tell me.
Yes.
है ना? Let me take your question. ये हो जाएगा ना आपसे, या करना नहीं है ना आगे और?
Yes, sir.
है ना? Okay. So can you calculate first of all? See, the minimum volume of water required to dissolve 1 gram of calcium sulfate, है ना? The minimum volume of water required to dissolve 1 gram of calcium sulfate. So what is the formula of calcium sulfate? Yes,
So
Mazia?
it will be Ca2 plus and
नहीं,
SO4.
हाँ, CaSO4 ना?
Yeah, CSO4. I was telling the case.
हाँ हाँ हाँ. इसके बाद it is equal to Ca2 plus
Ca2 plus SO4.
SO4 2 negative. SO4 2 negative. Okay. Now they have given the KSP as 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 6, right?
Yes.
Now, what is KSP? KSP will be equal to the concentration of Ca2 plus to concentration of SO4 2 negative, right?
Yes.
So next thing is this is KSP, and Ca2 plus and SO4 2 negative, they will have same concentration, yes or no? Because if I have 1 mole, then 1 mole will be Ca2 plus and there will be 1 SO4 2 negative, right? Right? Ca2 plus and SO4 2 negative, they will have similar concentration, na? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So we are now going to calculate the concentration of Ca2 plus. So I am taking Ca2 plus as X, SO4 2 negative also as X. So this will be X square. Now I know X square, it is equal to 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 6. Can you calculate X for me? You can take this as 9 right now. कितना हो जाएगा फिर? exact calculation कर लिया जाएगा, but right now just take it 9. So this will be 9 into 10 to the power minus 6 root. So this will be 3 into 10 to the power how much? 10 to the power? ये रूट नहीं करने आ रहा आपको? Same thing? Yes or no? Mazia, same thing?
Yes.
So this 9's root will be 3 into 10 to the power minus 6 by 2. कितना हो गया? 3 into 10 to the power minus 3. Correct?
Yes.
So this will be moles per liter. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what does this mean?
Sir,
Now we have, if there is, tell me, I am saying that the concentration of Ca2 plus is 3 into 10 to the power minus 3 moles per liter. SO4 2 negative is 3 into 10 to the power minus 3 moles per liter. What will be the concentration of CaSO4?
Into 1.
Same, na?
Yeah.
Same, na? If I take 1 mole, I will get 1 mole, I will get 1 mole. So here also CaSO4 will be, if I take 3 into 10 to the power minus 3 moles per liter of CaSO4, then I will get Ca2 plus of this much amount and SO4 2 negative of this much amount, right? Now I just need to, this is the molarity here. I need to convert this in terms of grams per liter, right? Because 1 gram को हमको निकालना. So in terms of moles I have, if I turn this into grams, then I will get it. So 3 into 10 to the power minus 3 moles per liter into calcium sulfate you have now. So you have calcium and sulfur, and then you have 4 oxygens. So the molar
sir, I
mass
have a
will,
doubt.
sorry Abdurrahman,
I have a doubt, sir.
हाँ रुक जाइए, इसे हो जाने दीजिए ना. Calcium sulfur 136 grams per mole.
0.1 0.41.
This will be 0.41
I calculated
grams per liter. 0.41. Okay.
Yes.
Fine. So in 1 liter, how much CaSO4 can I dissolve? 0.41.
0.41. Yes.
है ना? 0.41 in 1 liter. Okay. So we can dissolve 0.41 gram in 1 liter. Okay. So if I want to dissolve 1 gram, so 1 gram in 1 liter upon 0.41, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you can, this will be somewhere around 2.5. So 1 gram can be dissolved in 1 upon 0.41 liters. Okay, so it will be somewhere around 2.5. ये calculate कर लीजिएगा. You got it? So solubility product, it gives me the solubility product of the ions. No? So how much ions do I have? So from there you calculate the amount of CaSO4 in moles per liter. So that much CaSO4 has been dissolved. Then only we are getting ions, and then only we are getting ionic product. Yeah? So from ionic product, I know if I have been given KSP, then I know those ions, what is the concentration of those ions. So from those KSP, I know that there are ions. There are ions. Now I calculate the concentration of these ions. Okay. Now when I have calculated the concentration of these ions, then I will ask me that for this concentration of ions, how much salt do I need? Okay. So that I will get in terms of moles per liter. Then you just convert this to grams per liter. That's it. Okay. Yes, Abdurrahman.
Yes, sir. Sir, can you explain can you give a small idea of Lewis acid Bronsted base?
Lewis acid or Bronsted base?
Lewis acid and Bronsted base.
हाँ, लुईस एसिड का चाहिए आपको एंड ब्रॉन्स्टेड बेस, राइट?
Yes, sir.
ओके, सो लुईस एसिड सिंपल डेफिनेशन, वन लाइन डेफिनेशन, वो रीड करके बताइए आप नोट से. व्हाट इज वन लाइन डेफिनेशन ऑफ लुईस एसिड? You must have that, na? It is a one line
Sir,
simple
it is
definition.
defined as the
नहीं, उस पे
species
भी
which
सकता.
accepts electron
नहीं
pair.
नहीं नहीं, हाँ हाँ बहुत सही. इलेक्ट्रॉन पेयर एक्सेप्टर,
Yes, sir.
सही है ना? इलेक्ट्रॉन पेयर
Yes.
एक्सेप्टर. Now, I think you have a problem in identifying them, right?
Yes.
है ना? So identification के लिए you have to learn the 4 different types of Lewis acids. These are incomplete octets, simple cation, empty d orbitals, okay, and atoms which are connected to d orbitals. Now in that, the most important one is BF3. BF3 is most important because boron has a vacant p orbital. It has a vacant p orbital. Anything that is now electron pair acceptor, when I'm talking, then I'm talking about a reaction that is happening. वहां पे आप identify कर लीजिएगा. But when you get this type of question, ना, जैसे यहाँ पे देखिए आप, you have SO3, right, Abraham? So in SO3, sulfur, it is bonded to oxygen via multiple bond. That is why sulfur will be a Lewis acid, and also sulfur is it has empty d block orbitals. That is why sulfur will be in this SO3. It will be a Lewis acid. In BCl3, we have boron. It is connected to Cl negative atoms, and there is a vacant p orbital, right? Yes, Abdul Rahman.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, like, you have to just learn this, okay? Because these are definitions, na? So, I hope you can understand why these will accept a pair of electron. What do you think about sodium, calcium, Ag, Hg2 plus and H plus? All of these are positively charged. So what will they do? They will attract electron or they will repel electron, Abdul Rahman?
Will attract.
Attract electron. So they will attract a pair of electron. That is why these are Lewis acid, right?
Okay, so
Got it?
all the compounds who have the positive charge, they are acid, Lewis acid.
They can act as Lewis acid. Okay. It is a behavior. It is a behavior. Okay. Surrounding में क्या है उसको होगा, लेकिन yes, all of the positively charged species, they can act as Lewis acid. They can act as Lewis acid. But please remember, if I talk about something like this, now here oxygen will not act as a Lewis acid because oxygen has more than 8 electrons. Okay, it has complete 8 electrons here. Okay, not more than that. It has complete 8 electrons here. But this hydrogen, it will act as a Lewis acid because see, oxygen, it has positive charge. Okay, oxygen, it has positive charge. So it is electronegative and positive charge. So it will attract most of the electrons from H plus, and this will make H plus a very highly delta positive. Okay, so that is why H plus will be attracting electron here. Oxygen will not attract. Why? Because of octet completed. It doesn't have any vacant orbital to take the electrons. Now, if I talk about BF3, so in BF3 also we have, I have a vacant orbital here. So what will the electron do? The electron will come, and if I have electrons here, if I have some lone pair, then it will go to this vacant orbital, right? Yes or no? Because उसको जगह मिल रही है ज़्यादा, delocalization हो रहा है, electron is spreading around. So whenever there is spread around, that is favorable. Okay.
And I had a doubt in buffer solution.
Buffer में क्या doubt है आपको बताइए?
Like I can't get the proper definition. Like, is it a solution which resists the change, or like it has a conjugate base?
हाँ नहीं, दो चीजें. एक तो बफर का डेफिनेशन है, बफर होता क्या है, ठीक है? Okay. And then there is the preparation of buffer. Okay, so these are two different things. Fine. Got my point, Abdul Rahman?
Yes,
Anna. So what is a buffer? Buffer that resists the change. Any solution that resists the change in the hydrogen ion concentration on the additional small amount of acid or base, that is a buffer. Now there are two different ways of preparing buffer, that is acidic buffer and basic buffer. Okay, so ab is nazariye se, like this point of view, okay.
Sorry, voice
Two
is
methods
lagging.
of preparation. My voice is lagging. Is it lagging for everyone? Mazia, Marine?
Now it's clear, sir.
I don't know, it's clear. Okay, fine. So you understood that?
Yes, sir.
है ना? It is not ये है या वो है. एक चीज definition है, दूसरा method of preparation. ठीक है? So when you define a house, you will define a house as something else. But when you are talking about how to build a house, whatever you're talking, it will be completely different. So these are two different perspectives. What is the definition? What is a house? Where you live. But when I talk about building a house, then I will be talking about cement and the other things, right? Bricks, paint, and whatnot. Let's start reading from this concept. Now, anything else conceptually? Nothing. Mazia, बस दो सवाल थे आपके पास. Yes, Mazia. I can't hear you. You're saying yes, sir. What about Abdul Rahman? Anything else, Abdul Rahman? Also, Abdul Rahman, one suggestion is that now you please do questions. इतना notes मत पढ़िए आप अभी, ठीक है? Because in exam you will be solving question. Even if it is theoretical question, you sit with NCERT exercises. Okay? Don't read notes. Please, अब नहीं time है notes पढ़ने का. अब notes तभी पढ़िए आप जब आपको किसी problem में दिक्कत हो, है ना? For example, if you have problem in a particular question which is saying buffer, then you go back to the notes and then read about buffer, do some questions there, and then come back to the question that is present in NCERT. Limit yourself to NCERT for maximum. What I can say, it is the optimized way of learning in CERT. Okay, you're not learning too much, you're not learning less, you're learning enough, I can say. And most of the question, I would say like 90% of the question that you are going to get in the examination will be from NCERT only. Okay, not even, I'm not even talking about NCERT. हम बोल रहे तो NCERT textbook से होगा नहीं. It will be questions will be from directly NCERT, either the exercise question or the example question, the problems that you have in text. Okay, so please limit yourself to NCERT, refer to notes only when you need while answering a particular question.